What happened to the lost director's cut of the horror film Martin?
The only way I can survive is by drinking blood.
Filmmaker George A. Romero directed in 1976 a horror film about the titular character Martin, who believes he's an 80-year-old vampire. However, what many people don't know is that the film actually had a much longer black and white director's cut that was supposedly 3.5 hours long, which is insane considering that the theatrical cut just ran for 95 minutes. However, before they ever got the opportunity to show it, Romero's original cut of the film vanished and was lost from the public eye for decades. And this was especially unfortunate because out of his entire filmography, Romero considered Martin to be his personal favorite, and he even said that the loss of the director's cut was the greatest tragedy of his entire career. Well, what was in the director's cut then? Well, besides from being presented in black and white, it reportedly contained much more graphic violence, a differently edited ending, and an all-around different approach in terms of style, tone, and pace. However, in 2021, 4 years after the filmmaker's death, the manager of the Living Dead Museum, Kevin Christ, somehow managed to locate the film canisters containing Romero's director's cut, containing a film that was much closer to 2.5 hours than 3.5 hours, one might add. Unfortunately though, the film canisters were put up for auction and sold to a private collector that had no intention of distributing it. Well, it could have just as well stayed lost if that's the case. Thankfully though, in 2025, this unknown collector actually donated the film reels to the George A. Romero archival collection, where it is safely stored today. But there's one more piece of bad news. For reasons that are still unclear, Richard Rubenstein, the producer of the film, has sadly said that he has no intention of making the director's cut of Martin publicly available. So we're still not gonna see it? Not at this time. But instead of staying silent about this, I think we should spread the message to release the director's cut of Martin.